Do full aqueous bath on a Batman 181, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he would.
What the fuck?
Dog. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you? Why so serious?
Hurrah! Here we go. Batman 181. What else? I'm glad you're here. Hit like. I'll put the link on the top here if you don't know where you're at and you don't recognize that, and it'll bring you to the link. It'll bring you there where we finished on the cover on a tabletop aqueous wash, the Batman 181 aqueous wash on the cover. If you've already seen that, cool, you're on the right video. This should be the final one. Stay tuned. This is awesome. I sprayed it down with some bethine. We'll put that in the description if you want to buy some. We're at 109 for a temperature.
You're making my Dark Knight rise, you know what I'm saying?
Get a temperature check and all that. Bear with me. I know it's going to be boring, but the results are going to be amazing. So just bear with me for another 3-4 minutes, and then we'll get back to where we left off on the other video. Soaking the methicellus in the cover. That's where we left off. Anyways, 6 drops of Triton X. This is the first cover of Batman 181. And I left it in there for 5 minutes. Now I'm back, so I'm going to flip it now. And flip. And I'll do a temperature check. And of course, now it's deeply saturated now into the water. So the paper matrix is working through. And that means I'll do 2 more washes to get all the surfactants out. Yes, yes, yes. Because calcium hydroxide is going to put a nice, cute little buffer. There's a rinse aid, and there's me standing next to Poison Ivy. If we ever were together, be an item there, huh? All right, on to the pinup, the last wrap, which they call the Centerfold. These are rare. This is the moneymaker, unfortunately. This right here. So we're going to check out the staples. They're there. They look good. I don't see much rust, but I see on the corners, I see some tanning. I see a little bit of rings and lines. Of course, I'm going to leave the sound on so you guys can hear how busy boy I am. Anywho, that should take care of the tide marks anyways. I hit it with lobster sauce in the corner and some Malakia-Killeen. Get that over there at Malakia-Comics. And let it soak for a little bit. And then I put the nice hot warm water with some Triton X100. 5 drops, I believe, 6 drops. It's just beautiful. Your Centerfold should be the cleanest. And obviously it has tide marks where it doesn't show up with the other wraps. So I want to make sure I do a pretty darn good job if I'm going to try to get this through to CGC, if you know what I mean. So it'll come out eventually, and then paper towel for about some weight on it for about 20-30 minutes, and then I press it for about 6-7 minutes at 165, and this is what it looks like when they're in there. And that's my cold press deal on the left, which you see that my cover is inside of, and a wrap is inside there right now. It's going to take 3 Bristol paper towel, but I'll show more of that example later. All right to the moneymaker. The amazing emphasis of pinup of Batman and Robin. There's a tear. Jason would probably say, well, it's on Robin, so it's okay, so it doesn't matter. After 5 minutes, it's still at 92. That tells me beautiful. So that means it's still keeping good temp. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're going to peel them off the Bristol paper. Don't ask me why we start on the 3rd page, but hey, We're going to get them off that nice clean Bristol paper. There was the comparison. You can see that looks kind of like the original still, but a little bit cleaner. That's what I'm going for. I'm not trying to make this spotless. I'm not trying to get every little thing off. I'm trying to get a lot of gains without losses and try to keep it where it looks like there hasn't been much cleaning, not much conservation going on. So, give it that appeal of originality, if you know what I mean. Yes, roll the Bristol paper, move it around. Sometimes that helps. I see I'm the only one that does that. So, kind of pop that off there. Kind of spring it in there a little bit. It's a little sticky. It's kind of sticking a little. I think I could probably put these back in for another 6 minutes. But what do I know, right? All right, so we're going to go on to the Centerfold, the pinup, where the moneymaker's at. God damn it, we're going to give it a shot. If it feels like the same one I just did, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Yeah, so there's no crackly feeling when I did that, and it feels a little stuck, so I'll throw that shit back in the press. All right. Now they're coming off a lot nicer, very nice and loosely. My nice book folder bone. That was Jerry the Jitterbug's idea. I love it. I love it a lot. Here's my Joker. I love it a lot. There's the first wrap. Look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah, I can't ask too much. This is coming out really damn good. It's not like spotless. It just doesn't look too tempered, but it looks just right. And what the bad stains I wanted gone kind of came off. I'll give you an example. And probably took about 80% of that stain out, which is nice. And then on the top corner, there was an issue. And then there was tide marks in the bottom right, I believe. Yeah. And those are pretty much gone. Yep. They are. Love it. Love it. With that being said, this will be the final video, so please stick around, because we are going to be seeing the cover, and it will be completed. The infamous, beautiful cover everybody's waiting for. Here we are. Everybody can settle down now. It's looking pretty moisty. So, wet paper equals weak paper. Remember that. It's very weak. So I'm going to show you how to make a sandwich. So be very, very gentle with this moist.
What, you're dealing with a Canadian woman right now?
Using Bristol paper to make the sandwich, and I'll leave that in the description, of course. You just saw I gently slide it on there ready for adjustment. There, once it's lined up straight, you just put your other piece right over it, and that's what you call a sandwich. Your cover wrap sandwich. 2 Bristol papers. And now at your press, you should have a Bristol paper and a paper towel down. And then with the sandwich I just showed you, it should come right over there and put it right on top of that. And of course I used aluminum plates for the very bottom and very top. Yep, 165. See, I'm going to show you again an example. Going in for 6 minutes so I can stop the ink bleed, and then it's going to go in the cold press for 6 days. All right, 9 days later. Beautiful. Jesus, this is immaculate. This is so damn beautiful. Look at that. Son of a bitch.
Amazing!
Now you see why I used the methicellus trick in the Bristol paper and put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. It will help not have ink bleeds, and it kind of reserves the clear coat. So far, having good luck, and you guys know my G-tool and how this works. I will leave videos at the end, so if you don't know what this is, I've sold probably about 15 of these now. It's so useful, so good. And the candy stain, remember the booger snot thing? Junior had to wipe his nose on the book. Objective to present this book is it was starting to be taken care of in the late 80s. That's the goal. I want it to present nice, not, oh, it's so spotless. Oh, look at that rip. But it's so clean. You know, I don't want it to make it look obvious. All right, I'm going to shoot these staples in. It's nice and loose. They go right in very beautifully. And then I'm going to staple the staples down a little bit and throw her right in the oven. I folded it with the tack iron. Now look at this. This is important. Look how clean. It looks like it went in the press, but it hasn't. So let's not overdo it for a book from 1966. One good press at 165 for temp for about 6 or 7 minutes. I want to point it out. I see guys just overdoing it and pressing it 3 or 4 times when it didn't really needed it. Usually big projects like that, yeah, I have pressed 3-4 times. But this book, I don't need it. It's beautiful. Red is an awful color, always has been, so it's very tricky. Now look at that. Came out of the press. So beautiful. Woo-wee! I don't need to go anymore. This is, look at the yellow. This is so
amazing.
Look at it was from the beginning. I mean, this is a proposition into the next phase. So we are definitely on the right track with a lot of games. And I don't think there is no downplay for the fatality of a loss. I think this is a great deal. Look at what it was before, of the really harsh tanning and some of the dirt. And I try to keep some of that tanning in a way, but not really. This is original 66 color of a comic book. Beautiful, guys. See, the steam gun is a good trick. It works. It really does. Learn to use it, guys. It's the best thing. Do your due diligence. Look at these pages. I will do before and after here in a minute. I just want to page through it. It is very fragile yet. I'm hoping to get a 3.0 or so. What do you guys think? Conserve, universal? What's going to happen? Tell me in the comments what you think. Purple. What do you think is going to happen? Got the nasty stains out of the pinup. Beautiful. I am so impressed. It's a little weak. It's holded by one staple fully, the other one not so much. But hey, I ain't complaining. It's a lot better than it was before. The white looks good. It doesn't look spotless, but it looks real nice and clean and kind of taken care of now. Remember the restoration wannabe job? So yeah, I'm happy that's out. It looks amazing. I'm happy. It was a hard color, still is today from what I know using for auto body, especially in the 60s. It tends to trap gas under it. So when you're applying it, the coat will have a little bit gas under it. And that's why red doesn't really hold. It's not that the red is flaking off. It's just gas is breaking through as it's drying. So when it goes into CGC, I'm sure it won't be hit so hard. Because every Batman 181 kind of has that problem. It's a defect. It's common. There it was before. There it was before the press, but all together. Before and after. That's so nice. So nice. Thank you guys. It helped me out a lot. Like and share. I put in probably over 20 some hours trying to put this together. Deleted a whole video. Started all over again. I just want to get better at presenting and showing you what I'm doing so I can answer you guys' questions. You know, you can always contact me. Now I'm going to give you a demonstration of the close-up, and now you can see how it looks like it was sort of taken care of. What a marvelous success we've had. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit like and check out Joel, like my last comic. He made these cool stands. I love it. It's so cool. I'll put them in the description. Knocked another one out. We'll send it off to CGC and see what happens. Well, God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.